What's up, Michigan? Welcome back to another update in the State Champs Anvil Award competition presented by Hungry Howie's. I'm Lauren Plant. This is Ron Talley. We've been doing this all season long. I got a lot to say, so I got my notes here to make sure that we don't mess it up, because there's a lot happening as a result of this race. First off, we have ended the vote due to discrepancies. We've talked about this in previous segments. So Liam Vaughn of Walled Lake Western, he is going to move on to the Final Four. He is our voting champion. We'll make it official next week. Now, we have 3 more slots available that we are going to have to debate. Now, let me tell you, if you reach the regional finals and lose, that does not disqualify you, okay? So Rashad Jones, Bobby Kanka, Justin Bell, you are not out of the mix. But, Ron, we've got 4 guys still standing as it pertains to the Anvil race. Let me read this off and then I will let you comment. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. Detroit Catholic Central's Danilo Guberinic is part of a Shamrock squad fresh off knocking off Rashad Jones and Belleville 35-21. They'll be taking on Cass Tech for a chance to get to the D1 state championship. In D2, Avery Gatch and the Birmingham Groves Falcons are back in the Final Four following a 21-19 win over De La Salle. They have a date with Orchard Lake St. Mary's, who are the only ones who stand in their way of the Falcons reaching Ford Field for the first time ever. That could be big. Now, we've got Xavier Newsom and Detroit King doing what the Crusaders always do, and that is win playoff games. Over the past 10 years, 9 times either in the Final Four or in the state championship, 5 state titles during that span. King blank River Rouge 34-0. They've got Mason now for the 4th year in a row in the Final Four. Of course, Mason defeated them last year. They are looking for revenge, so that could be big. And finally, in Division 5, Frankenmuth is still alive and kicking. Derek Simmons and the boys have the defending state champions in Grand Rapids Catholic Central this week in the state semifinals. The Eagles beat Gladwin last week 35-0, and they have now 7 Final Four appearances in the last 8 years. That kind of goes unnoticed. Frankenmuth is a power. 2 state finals appearances, but no state title. Now, GRCC has ended their season 3 of the last 4 years. Okay, so if all 4 of these guys get into the state finals, we can only pick 3 of them to get to the Final Four of our competition, but their stock goes up. These games don't get any bigger than the state semifinals. 15% of the criteria is big game performance. Team success is 10%. That weighs a lot. We have some big decisions to make.
Absolutely, absolutely. When you talk about 25%, that's a quarter of the Anvil Award weight, voting weight, coming down to right now, and you have one guy, in 4 different divisions. That says a ton. There are a lot of playmakers here, and there is no bigger game than right now this week. And you love to see these guys battle it out, and stay alive, because it's about that time. Guberinic, this guy right here, we love saying his name. Yeah. He will pound you, and that team is rolling. You talk about a tough football team. You go down to Derek Simmons, and you just see a 35-0 victory. I mean, that's unheard of in the state championships, getting this close where all the best teams rise.
Yes.
So we love to see those guys play, and Xavier Newsom out of King, just committed to Howard, a very long, lengthy, quick, bendable guy that can go and bend, and next thing you know, he's right on top of the quarterback, sack fumbling. Yes, you have that kind of guy. And of course, you have Avery Gatch, who is just playing lights out football on both sides of the football field, and is just a grown man trying to make history. So there's a lot of history, there's a lot of matchups familiarity in matchups that we're seeing right now, and it is about that time. So I'm excited for all of these Anvil Award finalists, if you will, or almost finalists, and it'll be great to see these matchups. I'm pumped up for it.
Yeah, we're all pumped up for it, and these guys mean so much to their team and the critical success of their team. We're going to see if the weather's going to play a factor this week. It is definitely getting colder, so this is truly when the men in the trenches will determine who gets to Ford Field. We will find out in 1 week. We will let you know who our Final Four is next week.